Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on this Tuesday afternoon, late afternoon. It is October the 29th. Folks, 1 week. We are 1 week away from the big day. Buckle up, and keep your head on a swivel because I fully expect to see just some madness, y'all. I really do. And I really mean this. I truly hope we do not. But even just this week leading up to it, not just the 5th and afterwards, but leading up to it, I do believe we could see madness increase as well. Just because of all the stress and people just wound up and losing their marbles, kind of like I talked about yesterday. But I'm going to cover a couple of things here. First, about the drop boxes that were on fire. That's one thing, and that's not a small deal. And also, we got other newcomer news. Another small town. There's probably more than we realize that are really being overwhelmed right now. And so I'll go into that a little bit. Also have a very encouraging passage that I will share with you. So do stay tuned for that. We need encouragement. We need positive. We need to be uplifted. Okay. We really do. Because a lot of people are just, are really, they're really experiencing a lot of anxiety, losing sleep, and that kind of thing. So let's guard against that. Let's do. Drop boxes. The ballot drop boxes got firebombed in, not all of them, but firebombed on fire in Washington State and Oregon. Now, your first initial thought could be, well, those are mostly blue states, probably mostly ballots from the other side or particular side, you know what I mean? So no big loss, right? Well, think again, because I would not advocate anything like that anyway, because we want a free and fair election. We want that. We really do. We want that. Now, I'm under no delusion. I know that no election is completely fair. I know there's shenanigans. There has been already. We know this. But this had to be coordinated. Of course, this was a organized effort. Oregon, Washington State, and at least so far now, I don't know about other states that allow drop boxes like this. I know in Georgia, or at least here where we live, in our county, you have to, if you fill out, let's say an absentee ballot, you have to go in person. Well, you can get it by mail, I guess, and you can mail it back, but you can't just drop it in a box. You have to walk it in personally into the voting building, the poll. So, but another thing to think about is hundreds, if not thousands, of these ballots were destroyed. These people have no way of knowing if theirs are going to be counted. And it's not just the top of the ticket, it's the down ballot, the down ticket. So the congressional seats. And we don't know, I forget what part of the state, the states this took place. There could be, I know at least in one county or one area, it's a pretty highly contested area for both sides. So this didn't hurt just one side. It hurt both. And it's hard to tell what impact it'll have, if it's, and it might not be the only one, that happens. So, so this occurred, I believe, yesterday sometime. The newcomer crisis is ever increasing, just because people aren't talking about it quite as much right now because of the election cycle, it hasn't stopped. It's increased by the day. Now, when I say newcomer, understand that I do understand the proper term for this. Okay, I'm using certain phrases in a certain way. You know what I mean? So, just so you know that. All right. But the newcomer crisis is hit another small town in Ohio, and it's interesting that Ohio seems to be how can I say it? Pointed out or signaled. Let's use that word. But this is in what is this town? Anyway, I know I made a note of it. Now I can't remember. But anyway, a small town in Ohio. An Ohio mayor sounds the alarm off about this. They're African newcomers from Africa. Thousands of them. This town has been rocked by it. Thousands of these folks coming in. He describes it in one word: unsustainable. And he is correct. That's what this whole thing is. Not just in this town, not just in Springfield, Ohio. Everywhere. It's not sustainable. It is unsustainable. Towns and cities are becoming overwhelmed. And this is happening across the country, not just in Ohio, not just in Florida or Texas. It's happening in other states as well. States that you don't associate with being border states, but they are now. And they will increasingly be that way. This is in Lockland, Ohio. This mayor is saying we need federal help right now. I mean, we are overwhelmed. This town is not equipped to handle such a surge. They're given no notice when this happens. This is what they're claiming. This huge surge said that it almost exceeds the normal population there. So over 3,000 of these newcomers have been surging into this town. The population itself before this was only about 3,400. Multiple apartment complexes have been taken over. It's displacing other citizens because of the safety concerns. They're getting out of there. They're moving out. So it's displacing the people who lived there before, citizens. They don't pay taxes. Most do not have jobs. There's a lot of loitering, littering, crimes going up. As you can imagine, fire and paramedic services are stressed to the max, to the breaking point. Not to mention their healthcare systems, their social services, retail, resources in general. This is what happens. So the surge of people coming in there almost equals the normal population. It's not sustainable. And, they're not going to assimilate into society. It just doesn't happen. Similar has happened in Logansport, Indiana, where they had a high influx of Haitian newcomers, refugees. These small communities are just not equipped to handle it. Now, one thing that occurred to me, and this is coming to all over the United States, if something isn't done, and this occurred to me, and you can say, well, Dawg, we got one more week. If Trump gets in there, this will all be turned around. Well, the thing about that is, my first thought is, yeah, great. Okay, if Trump does get in there, is elected, and is able to get elected is one thing. Being able to take office is another thing too. But there's that period of time. Now, I mentioned this before, this period of time between next week and January. Can you imagine now if Trump, the news comes out that Trump is the winner, this word will get out all over the world. And so can you imagine the influx that will happen in a short period of time, because these folks will realize, okay, Trump's coming in. He's going to put a squash on this. Get in while you can. There will be a mad max rush to get into this country, y'all. All sides, north, south, east, west, by land, by sea, underground, tunnels, parachuting in. Can you imagine? So that will happen. That's if Trump wins. Now, if he doesn't win, this will just continue and accelerate. Believe me, it will. As sure as you were born, that will happen. Okay. So, that's some reality right there, y'all. Buckle up. Buckle up. Things should be quite sporty out here in the next couple of weeks. Should be extremely, extremely interesting. When you're out and about, I'm telling you, and I feel this too, even anywhere really out there, there's a tension. There is a tension out there. There really is. It's I don't know if that's the right word to describe it. A mood, an anxious vibe. There's a vibe out there. I think you would agree. Most would agree when you go out and about out there. Take care of your business as much as you can within the next week. We can't do everything in the next week, but we can get some things done, and just prepare. Keep preparing. We've seen this coming. So I'm going to go to a passage. It is from Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 40, and you may have heard this before, but it is just so encouraging. I love reading this. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31 says, "Yet those who wait for the Lord will gain new strength. They will mount up with wings like eagles. They will run and not get tired. They will walk and not become weary." Amen and amen. And down in the study part, it says about these passages, says, God is not too great to care, as Israel complained. He gives power to those who wait on or hope in him, and they will exchange and gain their strength for his. So true, so true. We are weak, but with him we are very strong. We are empowered. So believe that. Amen. Share your thoughts. And keep preparing. Let's be safe, head on a swivel. Keep preparing. Take care of business. Stay close to Jesus. God bless you. I'll see you soon.